But at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called round in the evening. Now, Albert must have complained, he must have told him how he hated the atmosphere of slum violence. To this, Yuri, his friend, told him that at least you have a room of your own. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students, said Albert. Now, Yuri was living in a hostel probably with other students. Though the students were poor, Albert points out that at least they are educated people, they are civilized, they are studying, they are in college. They are not all civilized, Yuri replied. Did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? To this, Yuri said that they are not civilized. Haven't you heard? Didn't you hear that one of them killed someone last week in a duel? Duel is a fight between two people, a organized, planned fight. And what happens to the one who killed him? Albert wanted to know. Now, what will happen to the person who killed the other one? Nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. So, he said, nothing is going to happen to him. And what the person is worried about is that the authorities have told him that he was not going to fight any more duels. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. So he says that he is upset because there is no sign of such a fight. He did not get any scar on his face by which he could feel proud and show to others that he had fought and killed someone, and he got a scar on his face. Ugh, explained Albert. And these are the students. Well, you'll be a student one day, said Yuri. So now Albert said that, and these are students who are studying. To this, his friend says, even you are going to be a student one day. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. Now, Albert said that I doubt it. He said this sadly, glumly, sadly. I don't think I'll ever pass the exams for the school diploma. So why he was sad? He thought that he will never be able to pass the school diploma. He wouldn't be able to get school diploma because it was very difficult for him to pass the exams in school. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Normally she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. So when his cousin Elsa came there in the next week, he told her also that it would be difficult for him to pass his school. So he won't be able to get his diploma. Normally Elsa lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. I'm sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried. To this she said that if you tried, I'm sure you can learn enough to just pass your exams. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are, who get through. So she says that I know many boys who are quite stupid than you are, and they got through. They say you don't have to know anything. You don't have to understand what you're taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. So she says that you don't need to understand everything. All you have to do is just learn and repeat it in your exams. That's the whole trouble, said Albert. I'm no good at learning things by heart. So this was the main problem with Albert Einstein. He was not able to learn anything by heart. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. She said, you don't need to be good at it. You can learn a little bit like a parrot. Just cram up. You just don't try, and yet I always see you with a book under your arm. She says, you don't try to learn. That is why you are not able to learn. And whenever I see you, you have a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you're reading? She says, what do you keep reading? A book on geology. Geology? Rocks and things? Do you learn that? She asks him, do you learn that? Geology about rocks and things? No, we have hardly any science at school. They did not have any science in school. Then why are you studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? So, this shows that Albert Einstein, he was interested in his studies, but he wanted to study something that interested him. So, he used to read books. He used to read a book on geology because that interested him. He was interested in science. Elsa sighed. You're right, of course, Albert, she said. But it won't help you. It won't help with your diploma. So she said, but it is good, you're right. Whatever interests you, you should read that. It is good enough reason. But it was not going to help him get his diploma. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. So, apart from reading science books, his other comfort is in which he relaxed, he got solace, was music. He played his violin regularly. He used to play violin and he used to play it regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. There's enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. That wailing gets on my nerves means wailing is weeping in shrill voice. She felt the sound of the violin as wailing. So she said that wailing gets on my nerves. She gets upset listening to that sound, and especially when there was enough noise in the house with all the kids howling, the children crying. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl. He was tempted, he wanted to, he wished to point out, to tell her that it was she who was the cause of it, because she only beat the children, because of which they cried, they howled. But he decided it was better to say nothing. But he decided not to say anything, so he kept quiet. I must get away from here, he told Yuri, after 6 months alone in Munich. After 6 months, he told his friend that he should get away from there. It is absurd that I should go on like this. It is silly. It is foolish that he should go on like that. In the end, it will turn out that I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. So, he said, ultimately, finally, what it will appear that he had been wasting his father's money and everybody's time, because he did not hope to get the diploma. He could not pass the school diploma. That is what he felt. And then, what will you do? Yuri asked. Yuri wanted to know what will he do then? I don't know. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. Unless his eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. So he said he did not know what he was going to do. And he was sure that if he went back to Milan, his father was going to send him back. Unless suddenly an idea comes into his mind and his eyes shine, gleam. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? He asks Yuri if he knew any friendly doctors. I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Doctor? No, I have never had enough money to go to one. Why? Now, Yuri told him that he knew many medical students and some of them were friendly also, and he did not know any doctor because he never had enough money to go to a doctor. Then he asks him, "Why are you asking?" "Suppose," said Albert, "that I have a nervous breakdown." Nervous breakdown means weakening of nerves. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. He says that suppose a doctor certifies that it is bad for me to go to a school. Because of going to school, I get nervous breakdown. "I can't imagine a doctor saying that," said Yuri. "I must try," said Albert, "to find a doctor who specializes in nerves." So Yuri says that I don't think it is possible for a doctor to say such a thing. I can't imagine a doctor saying such a thing. But still, Albert persists. He says, "I must try to find a doctor who specializes in nerves." A doctor who specializes in nerves is called a neurologist. "There are plenty of them," Yuri told him. He hesitated for a moment and then added, rather reluctantly, "I'll ask some of the students if they know one, if you like." So he says there are plenty of them. There are many doctors who specialize in nerves. And then he thought for a moment, hesitated, and then he added reluctantly, that is, unwillingly, "I'll ask some of the students if they know one, if you like." So he agreed to ask some of his medical friends about the doctor who specializes in nerves. "Will you?" "Oh, thank you, Yuri." Albert's eyes were shining. So Albert was very hopeful and he thanks Yuri for this. "Wait a moment, I haven't found one yet." Yuri said, "You're thanking me too early. I haven't found any yet." "Oh, but you will." Albert was confident that Yuri will find a doctor. "And if I do, I don't know if he'll be willing to help you." So Yuri said that even if I found a doctor, I'm not sure that the doctor will be willing to certify what you want him to certify, that you get a nervous breakdown if you go to school. He will, declared Albert. "I'm going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him." He laughed merrily. So Albert said that he will, because he was going to have a nervous breakdown, he will show as if he's really got a nervous breakdown, and that will make easier for the doctor to certify him. And he laughed merrily. He was very happy, so he laughed happily. "I've never seen you looking less nervous," remarked Yuri. Yuri said that I've never seen you looking less nervous, because Albert looked very happy at that moment.